So we're gonna see if we get this one to work. Let me get this going. I think we can. That's interesting. I can't even edit my own videos right now.
Okay, yeah, you're live now.
Okay. There we go. All right. So hi everyone. I don't think it's gonna work though because I'm looking at my video. Oh yeah, it's long enough. So apologies 50 different times, 50 different ways. So action-packed fun-filled event. So when Facebook decides to do major updates, everything crashes. So I'm able to broadcast on every page except the main page. So bear with us today. We're doing it old school just so we can get you guys the video that we had promised today. We have literally been working on this for the last 2.5 hours, trying to get this up and working. So I'm trying to see, I guess everything. We're like trying to face the microphone forward. Steve's trying to like, so you're gonna see these like little changes, little whatever. So we're gonna do the Halloween witch hat wreath. So we're using the old school witch hat frame. I don't believe, are you able to hear volume? Okay. So we're using the old school Dollar Tree witch hat form. These aren't out in Dollar Tree yet, and I don't know if Dollar Tree is going to carry them. So they may come up with a completely revised form. But if you have some of these left over, a lot of people bought them last year, bought them by the case. So they came in a purple and silver pattern. So I'm going to show you how we're going to take this. We're going to refab it. We're going to dress it up, make it look really pretty. Similar to the Santa hat wreath, because I've had so many people ask, hey, how do you do that? So we're going to do one for Halloween. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Dollar Tree form. Steve was nice enough to put a red pipe cleaner in the back, but we're not going to use that. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to take off the glued on boo, which is in purple, and then we're going to take off the belt buckle, and then we are going to remove the bottom half of the tinsel down here. So when we do that, I'm just going to take my scissors and kind of pull up on this, and then what you'll see is what's beneath that frame. So I have to actually get under here. The way that the Dollar Tree witch hat form is wrapped is you have the top half that goes all the way around. We have the bottom half that kind of falls in here. So I'm just untwisting all the tinsel because we're going to do a black hat brim, and then we're going to come in and do an orange and white black hat brim, the main part, and then is that right? I'm always thinking the brim is the fuzzy part. So whatever this part is, we're going to change this to orange and
That's
white.
The brim.
Okay, then what is this?
That's just the hat part.
Okay. Anyway, this is what we're doing. I have to remove this because we don't want to see this black showing through our orange and white. So we're going to pull all this off. So I'm just unwrapping it just like so, and then I'm going to show you how we put all this together. So literally I wanted you to see it the same way I would do it. You have to be super careful with the Dollar Tree form in the fact that it is a plastic form. So if you're a little too harsh, you know, trying to tighten this like we would a wireframe, you're gonna do it a little too hard there. Okay, so what I did is removed everything from the brim part of the hat. We're gonna toss that in the trash. We don't want any of this. And this will shed like crazy. So there's that. I'm gonna remove the price tag, obviously. And on the back of the Dollar Tree form, it comes with a hanger already included Not sure if I'm gonna use that or I'm gonna do what we did on the Santa hat, knowing that there's some pre-prep stuff that you have to do ahead of time. So knowing that we're doing a black brim on the back of the frame, I don't know if you guys can see this, there's like the plastic form for the part of the hat. I'm gonna take the opportunity right now and add my hanger, but I'm not gonna go all the way through. So there is, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put this in once I get this all twisted. Trying to see if I want that. I think I want it a little lower. So I'm putting on one of the cross beams, and I learned this from doing the Santa one. We tried to do it in after we wrapped it, but I actually wrapped the top part of the hat so tight I couldn't actually get my pipe cleaner in there well enough. I'm gonna cut the existing. So I like my hangers to be where you don't see them. So for example, if I take this one off, and we put the Santa hat form on, I like my hangers to be at a point where you don't see the hanger, like it's integrated into the back part of the form. So that's what we're doing by adding our pipe cleaner way down here. It allows the hat to either go hang on the wall so you don't actually see the hanger. So when Dollar Tree added their little piece of ribbon, that part of it actually, you would see it if you hung it on the door. I don't want to see it. So you have the option as a designer, you can make yours to where you see it, or you can do what I did, which is just go down in the center section here and add this into your form so that you can create a hanger that you don't see. Okay, the very first thing we are going to do is we're gonna wrap the top half. Now when we did the Santa hat, I completely took all the tinsel off of here. Since we're wrapping the top in black, you have the option, you can leave it on or you can take it off. I'm leaving it on because it's not gonna do anything one way or the other. So I am using a wide foil. Set that over there. We're using a wide foil, just regular deco mesh. Why can I not talk today? Wide foil deco mesh that I'm going to show you we're going to add on. So you will need a zip tie to secure it on. So I'm going to flip it to the back because that's where we're going to start. And the first thing you're going to want to do is gather this like we're doing the poof wreath. So we're gathering all of our beginning. On the back of our form at the very, very top, you have this center section that goes all the way up, and then there's a cross piece here and a cross piece here. We're gonna attach our zip tie right up here. Doesn't matter if it pops through the front side or the back side. We're not gonna see it by the time we put our mesh on. Let me make sure we're getting it. So this is my starting point. I always like it to look good on the back. So this is now wrapped around. Why is it going so far? I think it's getting hung up on the tinsel. Okay, placing this on the back. You want to be super careful when you're zip tying anything to this frame because it is plastic. It will break. Okay, we're going to zip tie this down. We are going to remove the end. Okay, that's how we're starting. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the edges and we want to tuck the edges in because you don't want the edges on the outside of your hat. The perfect thing that you're looking for is a perfect wrap around it. And then you want to be super careful that you don't pull so hard because if you snap this frame, that's it. You've got to take everything off and then start over with a new frame. So I started with the back. I am going to flip this around, okay? And we're gonna start wrapping right at the very, very top, just like this. And our goal is to wrap firm and smooth all the way around. And then it'll get rid of that tinsel plastic look as well. So just like this.
Hi everyone who's just joining us live for your first time. Welcome. Thanks for sharing your day with us.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna drop this below because it just works out a little bit better for me. So always want to make sure we keep the inside part of our mesh contained. And I have my pipe cleaner there. So we just kind of want to do a very mild overlay. Okay. And you can do this, oops, I got it hung up at the bottom, in any color you wish. So smooth wrap. I'm getting to the part where my pipe cleaner is. What I want to do is I want to work one end of my pipe cleaner through this right now. There it goes. So there's the first part. Okay. Back to wrapping. Wrapping. And now I'm going to pop my second part of my pipe cleaner through. We tried doing this after it was wrapped. It was pretty difficult. So we're trying to get it through multiple layers at the same time. There's that one. Okay, so I've got my perfect hook all established. So now it's just a matter of gently wrapping it smoothly.
Lorraine asked, did you take off the black tinsel for the Santa hat?
No, on the Santa hat, yes, because we were doing red and I was doing a fabric mesh, so I really wanted the fabric to grab on. So all the way along the outside of the frame are the little nubs, so having that fabric grab onto those ends really helped keep that look smooth all the way through.
And this one, because it's a witch hat, because it's already black, you don't need to take the tinsel off.
And we're putting black on black as it is,
Right.
So no need to do that. We just want a really good smooth wrap. And as you get towards the bottom, you're gonna wind those in between, how those ends of the hat kind of go up. So hard to keep really good even tension on the hat part. Okay, I'm going one more layer right on the bottom, up and over that brim, trying to keep it as smooth as I can. See, like how we have smooth edges all the way up, and then as we bring this to the back, we are going to cut off a big chunk of this so I can get the end. So another zip tie, and this time it's gonna go, and I'll show you once I get this in. Zip tie in.
Evelyn, this is 10-inch mesh for the ruffles. She'll be there in a second, she'll show you.
So I've gone in and around the bottom part of the frame of the hat because I've got to come up to an end point here with my mesh. Again, everything that we start and end needs to be on the back. Nice tight zip tie, and then you can cut the remainder off right here. Toss that in the trash. Snip this off. And so we've made the brim of the hat. We've added our hanger to the back, so this is going to just be something super simple we'll probably just put this into a regular loop. We will wrap the pipe cleaner around the loop. I know it's difficult to see because it's black, but all I'm doing is just closing the ends and then wrapping the excess so that we actually have a hanger here for the end of our hat, okay? And then now we're gonna work the bottom part of the brim. Now in the past, I've done it a totally different way. Actually, Steve, can you bring me some white pipe cleaners? Originally we were gonna go black and orange, but then I changed it, so black is what's sitting out here. I need about 13 white. So I'm gonna show you how we're going to add in the bottom half. And so we're gonna be doing an orange and white fabric mesh. And in the past, when I show you how we wire these, we would just do a standard ruffle and put them on the bottom part of the frame. But what ended up happening is you got a very full like ruffle base down here, and I really wanted to keep it tight and small so that you still had a big bunch of the hat to see. Thank you. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wire the bottom part of our brim. So super simple. The first 2 pipe cleaners are going to go right on the ends. And yes, you can go half a pipe cleaner if you want. I'm doing longer so that you can see them easier. And I'm going to incorporate the little balls like we did on the Santa hat. We're gonna do the same in a Halloween color for the bottom half of our brim. So 2 right here, right on the ends of the brim. And we're gonna focus on the very top. You will need a total of 13 pipe cleaners, which means you'll need 13 pieces of whatever mesh you want to become the brim or the fluffy part of your hat. So simple way of doing it is start in the middle, okay? So you're going to go inside the middle. So you're gonna have to go right where your tinsel ends. You're gonna come up through your hat. Again, be super careful because you can't risk a snap.
Let me ask, does the Dollar Tree have the hats now?
Not yet,
Not
but
yet.
they should be getting them soon.
I think they're still using these plastic hats, aren't they?
I don't know. We won't know until they come out.
Yeah.
So we have 1 and 2. So we need to add a grand total of 6 to the top. So right where there's another cross beam, I'm gonna go ahead and add one there. I'm doing it just like we do the Dollar Tree 14-inch. So I'm just kind of wrapping around the 2. So I'm grabbing the 1 at the base of this part of the hat, going around the middle, right here. Gonna add another tie.
Thank you, Valerie and Susan. They said they are online now. You can available to order online.
Yay! Okay, so if you order them online, and trust me, I would probably recommend buying a case. I think you get 24 and you'll get 12 purple and you'll get 12 silver. You need the silver to get the buckle for the Santa hat. So that's why I was saying on the, where it says the boo and then the belt buckle, we need it on the silver. So Kat will be doing that again. Because we don't know when Dollar Tree will discontinue those, you want to order them now. Just like the large candy canes, we never thought Dollar Tree would stop carrying those, but then they did. And so everyone's dealing with like half the size of the old candy canes, but for the same price. Okay, so right now.
That's where she said your face keeps kind of blurring and falling off, but I don't see it on my side.
I don't see it on mine either. So it might be an internet connection that you have because we went directly live here.
Through the Ethernet?
Through the, yeah. So right now we have 5. What I'm gonna do is go to the bottom now. I'm going to go right here on the first cross member. I try to put them in between the other ones that we have. So it's kind of like the Dollar Tree form. Okay, I'm gonna go right in between these 2.
Thank you guys for letting us know you can get the hats online.
I appreciate that.
Now Kat will be ordering a case.
If Steve's not doing it now. Okay, there's that one. Going right between the other two. Because what we're looking to do is fill the gaps in between. Just kind of like how we set up the Dollar Tree frame, we're kind of going in between. So on the outside now I have 1, 2, 3. There's another one here. I'm gonna go in between this one. So we have a 4.
Yeah, gals, I think it's a Facebook issue. So there's a lot of gals saying there's no freezing on their end, but there's some that's saying it's
There is
freezing
on
on their end. So we can't do anything about it. Wish we could, but we can't.
If we could, we would have been live at 5.
Yeah.
Instead of live at whatever time we went live. Okay, so I'm doing one in between here. So I have 1, let me count the ones on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna go in between this one. This will give me a 6.
Cindy, once again, some of the gals just said you can order these hats online at Dollar Tree.
Which is good, because that means that they're bringing them back in.
Yep.
Let me count how many I have so far. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, right in here is 12. And then I'm gonna put another one on the very top. So I'm just filling the brim with locations for our zip ties, not zip ties, pipe cleaners. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We need one more. I'm going to put one right in the center, just so that we have a really good complete coverage. Okay, now this one's a little bit different. Okay, so I'm going to take these, set these to the side, and show you what we're going to do. So this is a new technique. This is 20-inch piece of orange and white fabric mesh. You are going to ruffle it. So right up the middle, you're just going to pull and gather in small little pleats. Okay, just like this till you have it. You're going to take your finger, you're going to wrap it around. So we have like a little bundle right here. Take a zip tie. You're going to zip tie right around here and create a little bundle. Why do I do this? Because I've had too many of my frames snap by me trying to twist my deco mesh onto the frame and get a nice good gather. So in the past, like I said, what we've done is we've ruffled, right? We would just do a quick ruffle like this. We take this whole thing and that would go in one pipe cleaner. So we're going from this to keep it small, condensed, and this little bundle right here on the top that we have, it's about a finger length, that's gonna help us also camouflage and hide the frame. So just a little twist, it's what I call, there's other people who call it a folded ruffle, but it's a different technique all the way around. This one is just focusing on getting a ruffle to the front, like right here. We don't want the ruffle all the way around the back, because our focus is to get it close and tight. Somebody asked me if we could do this in 5-inch mesh instead of taking 10-inch mesh and kind of technically folding it in half but doubling it up. Yes, you can use the 5-inch mesh. You would just line it up this way and just put the 5-inch mesh bundles in there, not do the ruffle and then fold. So we'll get these all done in bundles, and then I'll show you how we put them on and then how we will finish our witch hat. So here's one here. Just literally about a finger's length is all you need. So literally a cute little bundle like that. You could probably create something from that whole process. I think we were saying something like, you make little angels out of that if you add the heads. So who knows how it'll evolve and turn into something. So make sure it's all the way in, wrap it around your finger, zip tie, and I'm just using the 6-inch zip ties. It's also gonna help hold some of that fray in because this is fabric. You can't cut it with your wood burning tool. You have to just use your rotary cutter. So nice, cute little bundles. Afterwards, if the frays are still bugging you, wherever they like pop up, you can take the whole wreath and you can spray it with E6000 adhesive spray. That will help put all that together. And so we're praying come Monday, Facebook will have its issues resolved. We're hoping. We're hoping. Otherwise, we'll figure out something else, but with a lot more time. So I apologize for the static image, but we had to go back to old school of just using the phone to do our live for tonight. Okay, just a whole bunch of these little bundles. You'll need 13 of them. I think I've cut 13. Hope I didn't cut more. So I'm wondering how many other people are gonna start to experience their Facebook Live issues.
Yeah.
Because I jumped the gun and actually went ahead and said, I'll take the new Facebook update now. Because I thought, oh, I'll just start working the bugs out early. There's a lot of bugs. So bugs that shouldn't be there. But of course, you would think if you had an actual tech support number you can call for Facebook, that would be wonderful. It almost made me wish I hadn't did the update early. But then I was telling Steve, well, eventually it's gonna hit us.
Yep.
Better figure it out now. And then we'll be a step ahead.
Yeah, so unfortunately you do have to order a case. I went online, they are $1.25 each now.
Yes.
So they need to call it a $1.25 tree.
No, it's just a dollar tree. It could be $1, $2, $3.
Yeah.
So it's still not bad, really. Considering that you can make witch hats for Halloween, you could make,
These have been around for a while.
Huh?
These hats have been around for a while.
Yeah, they have. And you could do scarecrow hats for fall. You could turn them sideways and then add some fall florals, and then it kind of turns into like a cornucopia. You could make the Santa hats. You can do all kinds of winter hats, elf hats, every conceivable color combination you could possibly think of. Couple more, and then we get to stick them all on, which is the easy part.
Becky, she said E6000 spray. It's like a spray glue. It's like a watered down kind of Elmer's white glue.
Yeah.
You can get it in most crafting stores. You can get them.
So like Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, it comes in a spray, and you just spray it, and that it doesn't leave things hard or sticky or feeling kind of plastic. It just helps hold the fibers in. And then you have less fray.
Cameron said you make that look so easy. I have a hard time making my ruffle look even.
It's just slow, concise, repetitive motion. So just, somebody was asking me, well, like how much are you ruffling? Like, is it 1/4 inch? Is it 1/2 inch? I haven't really figured it out, so I'm just
It's probably between 1/2 inch and 1 inch.
1/2 inch if you want to do it. So I'm just grabbing them and just pulling them forward. I'll kind of zigzag back and forth to get to the very end. I put my finger on one side and just twist it around.
Gina said, I missed how long you cut the mesh. Tracy said 20 inches. Thank you,
20
Tracy.
inches,
Yes, 20
yes.
inches.
Exactly. And then you're just making little bundles, because these bundles are just gonna help us focus on not having this big, giant, huge brim that just feels like it's twice the size of the witch hat. Okay, we just have this and one other, and then we can start putting them all on. So this was just created on a whim because I was putting them on and I'm like, wow, that feels really big. So I tried to find a way to make them smaller, little condensed bundles. And I was like, wonder what would happen if we take it and fold it on itself and just make them half that size. Because you know we're not ever gonna find really super nice.
Yep, so you need 13 of these. 13 bundles at 20 inches.
Yep. And then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 6 pipe cleaners on the top and then 7 on the bottom. Meaning if you focus on the main center bar, you put 6 facing the main part of your hat and then 7 to the bottom. Okay, we're all done.
Cindy asked, do you have a video of the Santa hat?
Yep, if you go to my YouTube channel, it should be not the most recent one, but the very next one. Just look for 2022 Santa hat tutorial. Okay, so now when we attach our pipe cleaners, I'm gonna use it on black so you can see on here, just for video purposes. You're gonna take your pipe cleaner, so where this lays in the bundle, we want the zip tie, like the pipe cleaner, to come just above the zip tie so that you can't pull the bundle out. So above the zip tie is where it's going to sit. It's gonna kind of blend right here. So I'm starting on the outside. I'm gonna add my bundle to the inside, carefully placing this in, giving it a couple twists. That's our first one. I'll probably cut these down as I'm going. So I'm gonna leave those about that high. There's our first one. Okay, I'm gonna take the second one and go to the very next slot. So right here. Oops, trying to get my pipe cleaner on the bottom. Up and over. Nice little twist. Snip. Just like that. So you see how I've added the 2 bundles are now like, it's kind of hard to see, but I have the bundles sitting on the frame. So they're actually just gonna fill in the entire frame section. We'll take the next one. We did the top. I'm taking the very next one. I'm gonna take this one and lay this straight in. Right.
Candy, yes, there was tinsel on this hat. Kat just went right over it because it was black, so she did black on black.
Mm-hmm. Snip.
The Santa hat behind you, you see, she had to take off the tinsel because you could see the black through the red.
Mm-hmm. This one I'm actually gonna take and face in this direction here. I think I'll actually do it this way. Let me make sure I got my pipe cleaners out of the way. Right on top. And the reason why I did the zip ties is to help keep the deco mesh into that half size, and also where I'm fastening my my bundles to the frame, I can't twist as hard as I would like, so this just allows me that ability, you know, to get them a little bit tighter by placing them right on the frame, and then I just twist right over that section.
Nancy said not related topic, but Kathy, her daughter and her husband just bought their first forever home.
Aww.
Can I find the house-shaped sign that you had in one of your wreath kits?
I don't have any of those left. I think you're looking for, there's one I think that says Home Sweet Home, and there's another one. You can find them on Craft Outlet. So if you go to craftoutlet.com, you can find those there.
They go quick though, so you just have to keep checking.
They should be there because those came out in the spring a couple years ago, and then everyone had them. So I'm just kind of covering my frame, snipping these down. Gotta kind of turn that one in a bit.
Charlotte, thanks. She said it's gonna be so beautiful.
We're hoping, see what it turns out with, trying to go with classic black and orange colors. Trying to find the pipe cleaner went way underneath. Okay. There's that one. Flip that up and over. But see how it's keeping the bundles consolidated? It's keeping it nice and tight so that we still have a large part of our, the main part of our hat. So these are successfully covering our frame. And I think I forgot to trim this one down. Yes, I did. Okay, now we will go in. I'm just going to the very next pipe cleaner. So right here, I'm taking this bundle, laying it right inside, pipe cleaner over this, like right in front of the zip tie, so it can't pull out. Couple good twists. Turning that down. And then I'm going to the very next one. This one's now going up into the hat. So I'm going to, let's see how we want. Do we want this one? Ugh, there's challenging to fit in so that I'm not hiding the previous pipe cleaner. So there we go. This would be super cute if you did a yellow brim and then did this orange and white and then just like embellish it with like little candy corns.
Yeah.
That would look kind of cute. Okay, I've got another one here at the top and then one at the bottom. So we'll tackle the one on the top. I think I'm gonna flip this in. Okay, longer pipe cleaner. 2 twists. There we go. You gotta get the bottom one up, which is down here.
Thank you guys for staying up with us. I know some of you are on the East Coast, it's getting late out there.
It's Friday, we're late crafting, right? Okay, snip, snip. Push that one back in. And then we've got one here on the top, and now we're starting to do the same thing. So we're gonna face them facing in, just like we did with the other. Trying to get my bundles out of the way. And I've got one underneath here. Why do do I have like 3 extra bundles? Clearly I can't count. I counted all my pipe cleaners, but it did not count all my zip ties. I think I'm gonna add one more in here. Trying to get right in to the very, very top. Oop, there we go. So I'm gonna put one more. Right in here. Pipe cleaner. There we go.
Jeanette said, can you use the wire witch hat wreath frames from the Dollar Tree to make the same thing?
I've had so many
They're
people
very
ask that.
difficult.
They are much larger.
Yeah.
They don't have the little tilt. I do have a video that shows you how to make them, and what I used was, let me get this one in. We used fabric, so we created a little sleeve that you could slide fabric on and off, and then you can just change them out for the seasons. So it just makes it so much easier to decorate. And then you could, I'm trying to think of how we decorated the bottom. I think we just did bows. Okay.
Gals, please don't put your phone numbers on here for texting or anything.
There we go. So super big, like nice and fluffy, but you can still see the little hat part. So now what I'm gonna do is go in and we're gonna add some black and orange glitter balls. So these were from Hobby Lobby, when Hobby Lobby carried Halloween. So I have a couple of those left. I'm hoping we have enough to go on here, because we've been putting them on everything. Let's see. I think we should.
You use small rubber bands? Not to tie the...
Yeah, I would kind of
ruffles
steer
on
clear of that, just because the rubber bands will probably snap the frame, because it's just so thin, so precarious.
Cindy, yes, you could put on small witch feet on the bottom. You've done that in the
course.
past. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, with
absolutely. So now I'm just going through, finding my little ends of my pipe cleaners and putting the little black and orange balls on these. So orange. Let's put the orange down and add the black up.
And she will go back in and glue all these in.
Nobody has time to watch
She
that.
just takes them and sticks them right on the ends of the pipe cleaners.
So you can see where they're gonna go. Afterwards, yeah, we take them off and just pop them back on, but permanently glue them on. And then this way, because they're on pipe cleaners, you can maneuver them any which way you'd like. The goal is to always make sure you find them all.
Yeah, Medusa, we see your comments. We can see them.
There's this one. Okay, this pops up.
Helena, she asked, are you taking the pipe cleaners through the zip tie or around it?
Okay, so I have one of these bundles left. So really quick, let me show you what I did. So because it's color, obviously I used white, because white, you don't want to see the black through there. But okay, this is attached to the frame. So when I'm attaching this, I'm going behind the zip tie, right? I'm twisting it on here.
That's
so
the
that,
pipe cleaner.
yeah, so that I can't pull this out of the form. It catches on the pipe cleaner and therefore keeps it tight on the frame.
Yeah.
But great question. But yeah, the pipe cleaners go through those little styrofoam balls, super simple. So I'm just going through, and every time I see one, add an orange or add a black. I'm going down here. There's another orange, another black. Making sure. Have a couple up here. Orange. This one feels really tall. Let's take that one down a bit. This is too tall. So I'm trying to keep them level with the mesh. I don't want them like way outside the mesh. Here's a black. I think I got them all. I think I got them all. Oh, nope. Found one right here. Completely missed this one. And black. Okay. Now I think we have them all. So you can just take them and move them around wherever you'd like them to go. We're gonna add a festive bow to this design, just like we did with the Santa hat. So those are all on there. Bow. Here's the challenge. I think we're gonna do, we did 2 bow. So I know I want to do Harlequin, and we're gonna do this black, orange, and white ribbon. I like the Harlequin for sure.
And yes, these would be great for doors on assisted living residences.
Because they're much, much smaller.
Yeah, and they're very light.
So the first thing you have to do is figure out about how far do you want the end of your bow tails to come down. So just kind of find a place where, you know, you want it to kind of fall. You're gonna ultimately decide, you know, where that bow placement's gonna be. So this one is about 8 inches. So I'm just going to start with dovetailing my ends. So we said 8 inches in. Okay, I'm just using my bow dabra to hold it and to keep my measurements in place. So with an 8-inch tail, we're gonna go with a 5-inch loop. So right there's 5. I think I want this one a little bit bigger. So we're gonna make it a little bit more fluffier than the one we did on the Santa. So we're gonna do double on this, which just means I'm going to create an extra set. So we're doing 2 on each side.
Yeah, she wrapped the whole top of the hat with 10-inch deco mesh. She just kind of folded it and wrapped it as she went from the top all the way down to the bottom.
Yep.
And then she used zip ties to tie them to the back.
You gotta make it look nice, right? So you gotta find a way to tuck all that in. And so all the cosmetic magic is all in the back. But even still, the back looks amazing too. All you see is the pipe cleaners, and I'll show you the back too. Let me just finish our bow. So we did double loops on both sides because we're making a much smaller wreath or bow. Dovetail our ends. So this one's gonna go about 7.5 inches. Just a little bit shorter so we can pop more black and orange in here. This one's gonna be 4.5 inches for our loop. size. And we're gonna do the same. We're gonna do 2 sets. But we wanna make sure everything is precise, so we're measure.
Deborah, there's another, it's a Halloween wreath on the cabinet door. It's a little off the side of the screen because
Oh
I'm
yeah.
using my phone, so. I'll pan over towards the end. Deborah said, okay, where do you get the buckle for the Santa hat?
The
It's on the
buckle?
witch hats.
It's on the witch hat.
You have to order a case of the witch hats. You get 12 silver and 12 purple.
So when we did this one was the purple tinsel and black. See, it had a black boot on the top part, and then it had the purple for the belt buckle for the tinsel that went around there. So when you get the silver ones, you take these off and you hang on to them, because that will become your buckle for the Santa hat. And then I always have people ask, well, what happens if I don't have the buckle? What else could I use? I don't know, I guess you can get creative, maybe take some vinyl and cut out the buckle shape. You know, something that has a little bit of a shine to it. There's that. I think I pulled this one too far. Nope, 7. Perfect. Ribbons for all of what I've put on here so far are all available at Craft Outlet. Don't know if they're still there, but when I ordered them, they were all there. And I think I want to put the little bats. Let's make it a little batty. So this one, let's see what we can do. How far do we have? This might just be a single. So let's see what I can do with the leftovers of this one.
Jenny, yeah, you could probably do that. You could probably, as long as you have one of the buckles, you could probably make some sort of stencil and use some sort of like silver glitter cardstock, something like that, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, we have 27 inches, which should be plenty. I'm gonna do 6.5 for my little bow length. This one we're gonna go really small. Really small. See, that worked out perfect. And our little tail, just like so. And that used up all that ribbon. Now, on this one, we will use black pipe cleaner just to kind of help hide that. I'm gonna pick up the whole bunch, just like so. I forgot to do the little make sure we have it pre-tight. I'm not fluffing this on the fluff board. We're just gonna hand fluff this once it's actually on our wreath. So obviously we need all the tails to come down to the bottom. So that's always good to get going before you attach it. Just like this. And then we're gonna go open, open. We'll put this between, this one above. Kind of holding this like a little bouquet. We'll go up, one will go down, one will go up, one will go in the middle, just like so. Nice and pretty. See? Just like that. Mm-hmm. Now you have to figure out, do you want it to go on the left hand or the right hand side? So that's always my bigger choice, is like, okay, where are we gonna go? Like we did Santa there. I might do this one off to this side over here. I think.
And you could use any colors you want for the deco mesh, for the brim or the hat.
Absolutely. So, kind of like how that one looks though. But then I'm always, I don't know why I always go partial to the other side. I'm gonna put this one right in here. So figure out wherever you'd like to place it. And you're just gonna secure that to your frame. Once you can
find it.
Yeah, once you find the frame, you can usually find it fairly easy. You just don't want to pull too high, you know, too tight, because you don't want to snap the frame again. I can't emphasize that enough, because there's been times that I get all the way down to finishing and I snap the frame. And then you have to take everything off and redo it. I'm just making sure I'm on the opposite sides. Yes. It felt like I was on the same side with that one, but not. We're gonna tack that on the inside, and then we will refluff, kind of moving our mesh around. Where are you going? I still have a little bit to go.
I know.
Okay. So fluffy, fluffing, opening everything.
Caitlin's on. She said, "Wow, I love that lighter orange mesh with this one."
Yeah, this one's just a little bit different. We decided to go with a little bit more of the white. And then we're gonna embellish the very top part of our hat as well. Okay, so we are gonna take, so here's our little bow right now. And then what I'm gonna do is take one of my glitter balls, a little bit bigger in this case, and we're gonna pop that right in the center, right in here. So I will do my glue right on that. Plop that right on the inside. It's a nice little centerpiece. It kind of ties in the rest of the glitter balls to the design. And then we're gonna make something for the top, because the Santa hat actually has the little ball. We don't really have a ball to the top here. So you can take a bow and add a bow to the top. I like to take flex tubing because it's a little nicer. And I'm doing it in black and an orange. I'm gonna take these ones out and reuse these, repurpose. So I've just taken, it's like a chenille, like flex tubing. We're gonna basically make a little bow to the top, which is just take your flex tubing. You're gonna measure this out. I wanna say it's 5 inches. Now when you're measuring flex tubing, you don't wanna stretch it, because it'll obviously stretch a little bit further. And we're just gonna make a little bow bundle on both sides. Just like this. And I'm gonna add this to the orange that I already had. I hear people, kids outside. Okay, let me look. I don't wanna go too big, but I think I wanna add a little bit more of the black because the orange is so thick. I want to see that same depth of color. So we're just gonna create another one, just like this. We're gonna add this around the back. So we have a nice big bundle, just like this.
Rhonda, yeah, she uses the hot glue, Gorilla Glue sticks.
Okay, so we've got our little bundle of bows for the top, just like that. And so all you're gonna need to do at this point, I think I did this last year. It's all stuck. Out of all the ones that get stuck, There we go. Metal skewer. So I just want to kind of pop that through so I can make sure that I can get my pipe cleaner in there. There we go. Pull my pipe cleaner in. And then do a nice little twist. Tight little twist. And then we're gonna remove the excess. And we're gonna tuck that back into the top so that we have a super cute little bundled bow. And I'm gonna show you how this looks when we put it on the door. So we'll take this one off. Here. Okay. Taking this, we're going to take our hanger, we're going to place our hanger right here, and then have a really long hook on there. And then we'll just fluff up our bow. There we go. Super simple. Everything's all nice and poofy and fluffy. And there you go. And then you can readjust your scatters and fillers. So you can see those. Just kind of fluffing the bottom parts of my hat. Like that. Oop. Keep pulling it off the hook because I want to pull everything down. Okay.
Charlie said, look, great job, beautiful. Lanny said, beautiful. Jenny said, so pretty.
Super simple. So there you have it. A Halloween witch hat made from a Dollar Tree tinsel frame. We're keeping our fingers crossed that we will be back on Friday, or not Friday, Sunday. We should be, even if we have to do it like this until Facebook works through their issues of getting the apps to communicate with their servers. We know that it's not the Mevo because we can go live in other groups. It's just something about what they're doing to the actual business pages and making those findable on the devices now. So keep your fingers crossed, keep praying for us. Thanks for joining us and staying late with us. And I'll talk to all of you soon. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye for now.